Hey, this is Emily at Oz Inflatable Kayaks, and in this video we're looking at the stunning AirFusion EVO kayak from Advanced Elements. This kayak is a 4 meter, 61 centimeter wide sea kayak that you can put a spray skirt on and take in open ocean. Paddles absolutely beautiful. Look at that glide. It's just stunning. You can get really good technique. Weighs only 14.5 kilograms and fits in a bag. So in this video, we're going to look at how they pulled that off, and who it's good for and who it might not be good for. First things first, look at the performance. This is the main reason you buy this kayak. If you are used to sea kayaking, you can see how narrow it is, and therefore you can get that beautiful whole body rotation in your paddling. The speed is exceptional. Like if that's you and you want something that also packs up into a bag, weighs only 14.5 kilograms with backpack straps, the AirFusion EVO is an obvious choice, okay? How did Advanced Elements pull this off? So normally inflatable kayaks have big side chambers here, and they knew that to get something really speedy, they needed to keep the width down. So they've used what they call drop stitch. Drop stitch is a chamber where, in this case, side to side, there are tiny little stitches all the way through, so you can inflate it to quite high pressure. These side chambers are very rigid, right? And it maintains that vertical shape. So instead of a tube either side of your hips, you've got a wall either side of your hips. And then they incorporated the skin on frame kind of design where they have like an aluminium rib frame system in the kayak. Skin on frame kayaks are amazing. They're basically a big waterproof shell with internal frame that can be assembled, but they're very heavy, lots of metal, very clunky. This thing is quick, easy, and lightweight. Now, in terms of setup, it is a longer setup than most of our other kayaks, but not as much as people think. So I thought I'll do a time lapse here. You can see I've put the frame in, I've done the inflation, I'm clipping in, oh, that's the last bit of inflation, clipping in the seat, and 11 minutes 42. Now let's make it 12 because it looks like I forgot to inflate the coaming around the seat edge there, but 12 minutes is pretty good, right? I would be happy with that if I was going to get the performance that I get out of the AirFusion EVO. Pack-ups are even quicker, 6.5 minutes. So don't be super afraid of the setup of the AirFusion EVO kayak. Looking at the features, you can really do a lot in this kayak. So when we talk about who is it for, I've already said, like, if you like to go fast, if you want a high performance kayak that's like a 4-meter sea kayak, you can do it. But it's also quite, suitable for adventures, for going away. You've got D-rings on the front here and bungee. You've got D-rings in the middle. You've got a rear hatch. So if you wanted to, and that's got a roll top to keep stuff dry, if you wanted to do a multi-day expedition, you could theoretically do it in this kayak. Be aware that there is a capacity limit, though, of 106 kilograms, which is quite a bit lower than something like the Advanced Frame Expedition Elite, which has a 204 kilogram capacity. Now, that might rule you out as a person, or it might rule you plus gear out, so have a think about that. Also, height-wise, we found that people above 6'2" just struggle to tuck their legs in and out. It's not an internal length thing. Internally, you can get the length wherever you like. You just move where the foot brace goes. But this does not unzip across the deck here, so just be aware of that. If you're very tall or over 100 kilograms, this might not be the kayak for you. The other scenario, or the other sort of person that this kayak's not for, is kids, dogs, fishing, and just people that want something really stable. Like, we have kayaks that are so stable you could fall into the kayak and it still wouldn't tip over. That's not what the AirFusion EVO is. So I took my daughter out. We weren't far from shore, and I was taking some pictures, and she was excited. And then she leaned over to see the fishies, and we just about all went into the water with my phone as well. I was using my selfie stick and a phone at that point. So it doesn't have the stability to handle unpredictable elements. Now, this is your call. If you have a dog that's extremely placid and is going to sit still the whole time, maybe it'd work. But my recommendation is, if you're looking for a very stable kayak, this is not the one. Now, it's not super unstable or anything like that. Anyone that's paddled a sea kayak, it's the same as that. It's not less stable than that. And if you're worried about technique, because I have talked about, using the whole torso and rotating and getting the paddle really vertical to get good technique in this one. If you're worried about that, you can just buy the skeg. The AirFusion skeg basically slots in the back here. These ropes are not for steering. It's not a rudder. They're for lifting it up and putting it down. And basically, you can paddle however you like, and you're going to go in a straight line with the skeg in, okay? But if you have experience in paddling, you won't want the skeg. You'll just want to be able to fly as it is. So I'm a huge, huge fan of the AirFusion EVO in terms of paddling. Like, it's just glorious to paddle. You get your knees braced up. You can put a spray skirt on if you're in cold climates, open water. So incredibly versatile without the weight. 14.5 kilograms is fine for most people to lift. You get a whole body workout, or you can sit back and relax. It's got a beautiful high back seat. Love this kayak. If you have any questions about the AirFusion EVO kayak from Advanced Elements, please get in touch. This is Emily at Oz Inflatable Kayaks.